morning. Welcome to another edition of Frank and Candid on this good-looking Friday, the start of a weekend, an Independence weekend. Hope you're all set. TGIF. We will begin, as we usually do, with what's in the news. And we're going to the Bahamas. Just had elections. And Bahamian Prime Minister Hubert Minnis on Thursday conceded defeat in the general elections on the islands, reeling from a surge in COVID-19 cases and a slump in the tourism-dependent economy due to the pandemic. Minnis called his challenger Philip Davis to congratulate him and his Progressive Liberal Party, the PLP, on winning the poll. I offered him my best wishes as his government now faces the continued fight against COVID-19 and the restoration of our economy. Minnis, the leader of the Free National Movement, the FNM party, said in a statement, and Minnis had been hoping to become the first prime minister in 24 years to win a second 5-year term. But Davis's PLP gained momentum when with a campaign focused on what it termed the government's mishandling of the COVID-19 outbreak and the economy, which has seen unemployment surge to an estimated 20% and the fiscal deficit balloon during the pandemic. New Prime Minister in the Bahamas. Let's go to Cuba. While many high-income nations, including the United States and most members of the European Union, now offer COVID vaccines for children 12 and older, a handful of countries have now authorized a shot for younger people. Meanwhile, severe vaccine inequality persists on a global level, with many developing nations continuing to struggle to provide first and second doses to high-risk groups, with the very idea of getting shots to children still a pipe dream. Cuba has now become the first country in the world to vaccinate children as young as 2, and that's started this month, with the government saying that its homegrown vaccines are safe for younger kids. Cuba initially planned to focus on vaccinating healthcare workers, the elderly, and the hardest hit areas, and then following a spike in infections among children attributable to the Delta, it announced that it would also prioritize young children in a bid to safely reopen classrooms. Throughout the pandemic, most in-person classes have been suspended in Cuba. Students have been primarily learning through educational television programming instead, as home internet remains a rarity on the island. Cuba has yet to provide data on its vaccines to outside observers, but it has said it will seek World Health Organization approval shortly. Other countries vaccinating young people since: Chile, go down to age 6, China to age 3, El Salvador to age 6, the United Arab Emirates at age 3. Meanwhile, the US is looking to make children 5 to 11 eligible for the vaccine sometime this fall. Cuba, then, is the only and the first to vaccinate children from age 2 on up. And still on COVID, 2 Caribbean countries are at risk of being included in the United Kingdom's red list of countries. In a report by Sky News, the COVID-19 situation in Jamaica and Grenada, both popular destinations for tourists in the Caribbean, have exacerbated, and there has been a significant increase of positive cases flying in from Jamaica, while Grenada saw an uptick in the number of its infections. Sky News also revealed that Grenada would become the first country to go directly from green to red because of an astonishing spread of COVID-19 on the island. About 1,000 people per 100,000 are testing positive for COVID-19 each week in Grenada, which is well into the danger zone. The surge of COVID-19 cases in Grenada is immensely high, that Grenadian Prime Minister Keith Mitchell has already flagged an immediate need of field hospitals in Grenada in a dialogue on Monday at the 16th emergency meeting of the Conference of CARICOM Heads of Government. Meanwhile, Jamaica has recorded more than 9,000 cases of COVID-19 infections in the last 14 days, according to collected reports from official sources. Jamaica has been in the amber list in the previous review, but within hours the Foreign Office issued guidance saying it advises against all but essential travel to the whole of Jamaica based on the current assessment of COVID-19 risk. Alright, and that's what's happening, but let's come home. St. Kitts Nevis Patriots captured the 2021 Caribbean Premier League title after beating the St. Lucia Kings by 3 wickets at Warner Park. Cheered on by a vocal crowd, the Patriots held their nerve to win their first title and their first at home. Batting first, the Kings scored below par at 159 for 7 off their allotted 20 overs. They led by Chase and Cornwall. In reply, Drakes held his nerves in a top score with 48 to see the Patriots to the title. Scores: St. Lucia Kings 159 for 7, Patriots 160 for 7. Minister of Sports Jonel Powell has congratulated the Patriots on their win, telling reporters that this is an early independence gift. What a game, I would say, and a game that came down to the very last ball of the tournament. And to all those who doubted, I understand. Hope you're feeling better this weekend and in a good mood. Congrats to the entire SKN Patriots who sent us off nicely into the Heroes Day holiday. Congrats to Bravo for his excellent leadership that saw us through to our first championship. More importantly, a championship at home. And of course, congrats to Drakes for bringing it home. As I usually do on Heroes Day, I was on hand to witness the honoring of our 5 national heroes with a short but excellent ceremony at Heroes Park yesterday. And to the organizers I say, a job well done. And we now head into the Independence Weekend, celebrating 38 years on this Sunday, September 19th. There's National Church Service on Sunday, and we will actually observe the holiday on Monday. But before all of that, the weekend in Nevis, tonight and tomorrow night is a big one. Tonight there's Calypso, there's Soca Monarch, I believe. And on Saturday night, it's the final night for senior Calypsonians. And I'm hoping that sometime this morning I can get a call from my good friend over there, Abernathy, who is Director of Culture, on this delayed Culturama. We're mixing Culturama and Independence this year. And I'm hoping that I can get a call from him this morning to update us on the situation there and the plans for tonight and tomorrow. Tonight, as I said, Soca. Tomorrow night, Senior Calypso Finals, which is more of my speed. And I am looking forward to that competition. I do have some predictions. I am hoping to be singing the gospel this weekend. So whatever that means to you, I don't know. Alright, so that's it for me. 465-2555 is the local number, and 718-577-2916 is that North American number, if that's more convenient for you. And it is Friday, so as usual it's an open Friday, but all those things I just talked about is on tap for discussion. It's up to you. On Monday when we were here, we talked about Heroes Day and what makes a hero and why only certain people are heroes and all of that. So, and it's independence and how you enjoy the cricket and CPL and all of that on top for discussion. Let's go to the phones. Good morning. Welcome to Frank and Candid.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Dales. How are you today?
I am doing well.
So nice, so doing well. But I like your opening statements, but you left out a little one, eh?
What's that I left out?
You left out Mrs. Richards, who opened up for the conversion.
Okay.
Yeah, she from Newton Ground and she in England and she do a very great job. It's my neighbor too, eh? So.
Okay. Well, at least you mentioned it.
Because she spoke very well about St. Kitts and about the governments and before the government have now, you know. And it was a very interesting speech for the young people. So everything went down nice. So I just calling to give her my congratulations for the good speaking from Newton Ground, and she plan now to produce for Newton Ground like scholarships and stuff for Newton Ground school. So congrats to her. And she family. We live right here in Newton. She live close by.
Okay.
She in England.
All right.
Congrats.
Okay. Thank you for that. Let's we lost that caller. Good morning. Welcome to Frank and Candid. Caller, you're live. Go ahead.
Greetings in the name of our great African ancestors, especially the most honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey and Queen Nancy. God bless my beloved African brother. How are you, the family?
All doing well. How are you guys doing? How are you doing?
Good, man. I'm good, my beloved brother, and the clan is good. Now, beloved, let me just say this before I get into, what I want to really speak about. But, and I'm calling on the administration, the Team Unity administration. They have a year to get this thing right and change whatever it takes to change it from so-called national heroes there to national, but they don't want to say, Shiro, I will prefer Shiro and Heroes Day. And next year, when women names are put up in front of this, board where we had from Sensor in the 80s, right? I hope that they take it into consideration, see the light, and have respect for African women, beloved. I blame all of them from Pam coming up, the boy from St. Paul, and now Team Unity, Dr. Harris. Dr. Harris, whatever it takes, do that. And I still ask the question, Dr. Harris, I want to know the people of the demand to know who owns Kansas pasture. Now, but let me get into this thing now. Going on Sunday, going to make 38 years of political independence on paper, beloved. You want to tell me after 38 years, we are not a republic? We cannot feed ourselves? Let me say even 60,000. Because that's the most I ever heard, the population. 60,000 people. With all the fertile land we have on St. Kitts Nevis, beloved brother. All the great brains we have on home and abroad. You mean we can't come up with a modern day agriculture program? Everybody know my thing for Batcha, but I always got to say, Batcha had the best agricultural program up to this day, beloved. Even though you know how I feel about Batcha, everybody know how I feel, but if you do something good, great, I gonna say it, beloved. Up to this day, cannot feed ourselves, all kind of garbage. Refusal food coming into St. Kitts Nevis, beloved brother, and we got fertile land, just giving it away to all kind of people who build all kind of nonsensical racetrack, all kind of other buildings, there's utter nonsense. You can tell me no amendment to the Constitution, nothing whatsoever. You just pledge allegiance to Elizabeth and her heirs and successors up to this day. Come on, man. It is just total backwardness and self-hate to all of them. I mean, I wouldn't really blame it, Doc, IPAM and NRP, because that was only 15 years. You know, let me see how things work out. But you want to tell me, after 20 years, political independence, brother, we should have done have a constitution that developed by us, African people, that suits us, work for us, not something come out of England, our oppressors, beloved. Dung pressers, just before you use dung pressers, up to now. Come on, man, utter nonsense, wake up. Dr. Harris, get some Pan-Africanists, beloved brothers, sisters and brothers, along with others, input. We have one of the best, if not one of the greatest Jews still living in, the brother name again, you know what I mean, who used to be dating at the CCJ, the president of the CCJ.
Dennis.
Yeah, Dennis, but Byron.
Byron, yeah.
Yes, you want to tell me we can't have him and others. We have Dr. Brown. We have Constant Mitchell. We have the brother Chesley Hamilton and others in St. Kitts Nevis. Come on, the Prime Minister, man. Come on, drop the cloak of colonialism now, beloved. Brothers, let me say, you know, whatever it is, and let me thank those, beloved, who fought for your independence. But them who dropped the ball, beloved brother, you know, they just got to ask the people of St. Kitts and Nevis for forgiveness, beloved brother. So, brother, happy independence, but I want to see saying I don't like this I take. We want to see the Pan-Africanists and other, the patriotic Africans who were born in St. Kitts Nevis, their children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren. We want to see St. Kitts and Nevis become a republic, then executive president by 2025, no later. Brother, thanks again for hearing me, and to the entire federation, beloved, happy independence, especially my beloved sisters and brothers over there in Constituency 6 and the Pan-African Republic of Ethiopia in particular. Brother, thanks again for hearing me. Pan-Africanism, our person. Well, love, my beloved brother.
All right. Back to the phones. Good morning. Welcome to Frank and Candid.
Yes, good morning. Happy belated Heroes Day and Independent coming up. Happy Independent when it comes.
Thank you to you too.
Yeah, brother Nabo, you know, who sell out the Kansas pasture, we black African heritage people, Pastor Dougie, he sell it out and he went down to about here, build house on it and all. That was a historical site. He wasn't supposed to build no house on. Country after he don't sell the tall man, all that land up there. When you look, you know, here the man sell it to a Russian. But just no Russia gonna be down there. People gonna be down there after how we. Oh, it's so hard. Great grand parents. The man just for money was in there for money, and he looked like everybody else come behind. He just for money. I wanted to get in the other day to tell you somebody and get in to know what's saying it, my brother Nabo. Me's a Canes too. Backbone, golden Canes, all them now my family, so you're gonna me's a real Canes. Right? And the man they sell out the Kansas pasture, that's why nobody could come up with it. Who in there now know how the deed gonna worry them? They just got to make themselves more mileage and everybody wants make mileage out the country. Mr. Simmons was selling the land to 50 square foot. He went in and got about $4 and up to now I can't even walk around the yard and go down. I can't even run around up somebody around me. But he got him pitching all over places. Mount Alanya, he went down there down in Sadlers just a couple of years ago. 2010, got the take land $1 square foot.
Independence weekend. Come on.
Yes.
All right, enjoy your independence. We'll get back to that next week or next month or next year. Back to the phones. Good morning. We got to call it is? Okay, let's try this. Good morning. Welcome to Frank and Candid.
Yeah, Mr. Myers, good morning. How are you?
I am well.
I have a question.
Sure.
Heroes is a word that refers, that is common gender, either male or female, right?
Yes, we do use it that way.
But so that is the correct way.
It is acceptable, yes.
Okay, I just need to know that, dear. The second thing is that after listening to a video last night, I was convinced that I believe, and it has gone now. We don't accept the nominees. It has gone now. But I think that Dr. William Connor, was he given an award?
He was, yes. I mean, lately, no, he got an award before.
He got an award before?
Yeah,
remember he passed?
No. Remember he, what is he? OBE.
That's from the British government.
Yeah, that was a while back. But then in Parliament, there was a resolution honoring him just recently.
Oh, and you don't know what that is? What that is, really?
I can look that up. Can't remember exactly the details of it, but that was a few weeks ago. Or 2 months ago.
So if a person is given an award, they can come back later and give them, let's say, another award, such as
I don't see why not.
Okay, because when I listened to that video, I say he would have been a damn good recipient for National Hero.
Dr. Connor?
Yes, man, he had done quite a bit.
Well, yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I have said that on this program.
Oh, okay, he have done quite a bit, and I can understand why he was overlooked. But if you say it can be done, then next year, God's willing, they need. Let me tell you something, Mr. Nias. They need to look more deep. They need to look more deeply, because somebody called 3 names here, Nurse Garnett. I don't see why. Bronte Welch. I don't see why. I mean, it's really unfair with this rich history that we have, that we cannot find one woman nowhere, one man who is not a politician to bestow that honor on.
Well, okay? Let's understand this though, that this whole idea of national hero designation is not going to happen frequently, because you would cheapen it.
Yeah, I know. But like I said, every year you pass over women. You know how much longer do we have to wait to nominate a woman? Okay, let's forget Dr. Connor.
Well, let's hope we're not nominating women just because it's a woman.
But that's what I'm saying. What you have women after women getting acknowledgement, but nobody is saying it at all, and it's worrying to me. Could even reach to that point where there could be, even if you have 1, 2 within the next 25 years. You mean we can't have none in the next 5 years?
Well, I think what happens when we see these awards being given, you notice they're usually given for specific areas. For example, education, nursing, or something like that. On the National Heroes front, though, it's more broad contribution.
Such as what?
There's a set of criteria, but there's a criteria. There is criteria, and I supposed to look that up for you. But
they should publish it then. They should publish it because everybody keeps asking what is the criteria. It seems like nobody knows.
Well, generally, the person has contributed to nation building. The person's own personal character comes into play. There's a whole lot of that. I have to look at it and read it for the public here.
Yeah, but you're telling me now that nobody at all in the country fit that criteria. Only politicians.
I'm not saying that.
I'm just questioning. I'm questioning. I'm not looking for you to answer me. I'm just raising the question.
Okay.
That I find it impossible.
Okay.
That in a country with a rich history, most things are nearest. We still can't find a man that was not a politician. We still can't find a woman. You had politicians. Well, what about Marcelo Leibert? What about Constant Mission? None of them reach the criteria. You understand my point? You understand my point?
I hear you.
Okay. I'm just saying, a woman, we need to say a woman there. Okay, Mr. Nice.
All right.
Yeah, you take care now.
Yeah, take care. Thank you. Let's go back to the phones. Good morning. Welcome to Frank and Candid.
Good morning. How are you? Am I on air?
Yes, you are.
Hi.
Hello.
My name is Lady Composer. I would just like to say congratulations to the Patriots and happy independence to my country. I actually have a little jingle that I composed for the Patriots victory, and I would like to sing it at this time.
Go ahead.
St. Kitts Nevis Patriots, new CPL champions. We made clear our mission ever since the series began. This year we were hungry for a Patriots victory. 2021 winners was our CPL destiny. St. Kitts Nevis Patriots, new CPL champions. St. Kitts Nevis Patriots, new CPL champions. Way to go, Patriots!
Way to go. Way to go. Yes. Thank you for that. Let's go back to the phones. Good morning. Welcome to Frank and Candid.
Good day, sir.
Hey, good day.
First off, there was a death announcement for Nias. Is that one of your family?
Not that I know of, but you know how that works, right? I mean, and not many of those, so possibly.
Sympathy nonetheless.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. There's a previous caller talking his usual rubbish, and I'm really sorry for him, unfortunately, but he keeps repeating himself, claiming to be this African, never set foot on the continent of Africa, knows nothing about the African people, beside that he has a similar color, but God forgive him. Well, just very briefly, I just wish to congratulate the Patriots on their win on Wednesday. They surprised many people, not myself, because I was rooting for them. And I wish to congratulate all Kittitians and Divisions on the upcoming independence, the 30th year of independence, and hope that we as a country can live to see many more in a progressive and uplifting society. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Let's go back to the phones on this patriotic weekend. Good morning. Welcome to Frank and Candid.
Morning, and how are you?
I am well. How are you doing?
Till next week, we're going to have to be answering these people about to be heroes and all kind of things. Anyway, he had a lady call in. Every program she and the government and the Prime Minister, they ain't doing nothing. And she wasn't around when the Buckley's riot or whatever. So let's stop it. You.
Okay.
Independence.
All right. Happy Independence. When I answer questions here, it's to educate the people and the listeners of this program. So I'm fine with that. Let's go back to the phones. Good morning. Welcome to Frank and Candid. Caller, you live. Good morning. Welcome to Frank and
Brother
Candid.
Nias,
Yes, sir.
greetings again. That individual, I don't really respond to stupidity. Okay? I am an African and a Pan-Africanist. Let me tell that Negro, that's what I am. If you want to be a Negro, as he is, a neo-colonialist as he is, let him speak for himself, and he is suffering from an inferiority complex. Let me repeat that. He's suffering from an inferiority complex. It's people like him. That's why the African Liberation Day gonna stay twice as long. People like him talking foolishness and nonsense. Why just go sit down, don't know who you are? So just shut up and just take it easy and listen and learn. Listen and learn when you hear Pan-Africanists speak. Your colonialistic mentality ain't gonna get African people nowhere but death and destruction. Thanks again for hearing me, Brother Tony.
Good morning. Welcome to Frank and Candid on this patriotic weekend.
Hello?
Good morning. Welcome.
Hello?
Yes,
Good morning.
You're live. Go ahead.
This is Independence Week. We want to hear something positive. Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
You're saying we ain't started playing Sago yet. Okay? They're coming with all the foolishness. We need positive argument. Have a good day and a blessed independence to you.
And to you
and
too.
all the folks. People outside listening, man, with all this garbage they're coming on and saying.
I hear you. I hear
Let
you.
the business stop, man. Bye.
I hear you. Thank you. Good morning.
And good morning, Mr. Nias. How are
Welcome
you?
to Frank and Candid on this patriotic weekend. Good morning. Yes.
Good morning.
Yes, morning.
Morning, Mr. Nias. How are you?
I am well. How are you
And
doing?
how the rest of your family?
We're all doing well. You?
If I complain, I'll be lying. I'm alive and I'm speaking to you.
Okay, great.
It's just for that I am grateful. Let me start off first by congratulating the Sinkis Nevis Patriots for a job well done. It was a great match. It was a great finals.
Yes, it was.
And I believe all of us who were able to watch it live or who were able to be there did enjoy it.
You support,
Very competitive.
you support CPL coming back to defend the St. Kitts?
Of course.
Okay,
Of course.
All right.
And the thing about it, based on the normal situation in the hurricane season, we were very fortunate
Yes, we
to
were.
pull off the whole series, and I think it was only one match you had a reduction in 18 hours per
right.
team.
Yes.
But generally, everything went smooth. And I went to one or two of them. I definitely wanted to go to the final, but because of the morning situation, I had to work.
Yeah.
But then I understand, because what we need to understand too is these persons from India and those places, those are the persons who pay for these matches.
Right.
And if the timing is conducive for them, and at the same time the players had to move on because they had to leave the same night, some of them to go back to India for the IPL.
Yeah.
So all of these things we need to sometimes, rather than just, before we get the facts, a lot of persons were cursing and wondering why they had to put the match that way, but it was for a reason. And at the same time, I want to, as I said, congratulate the nation of Sinkis and Nevis. Fortunately for me, Sunday is my birthday also, so I'm looking forward to be able to be alive for next birthday. Give the Almighty thanks, and I just want all of us in the Federation, because of what is going on presently, especially with the COVID-19, we are still in a good position. Sometimes we complain a lot, but I just want to be positive and just give thanks for the Federation of Sinkis and Nevis, the leaders, the opposition, everybody. We just have to pull together and just give God thanks. Because when we look at the other places, the suffering that they are going through, we are so fortunate.
Yeah.
So I just want everybody to have a great Independence Day when it comes. Happy National Heroes Day, and all who were awarded, congratulations to them. Have a good day, Mr. Nias.
All right.
Thank you.
You too. Welcome to Frank and Candid on this patriotic weekend. Good morning. Okay. Good morning. Welcome. You're live, caller. Good morning.
Mr. Nias, am I on?
Yes, you're live.
Okay, Mr. Nias, I'm calling from New York. This is Sonny Boy.
Yes, sir.
They had a lady from Sinkis was on the Prime Minister lecture. Her name is Amin Richardson Campbell. Oh man, I was so impressed with her. She is amazing, her accomplishment. She born in Modern News. No, she born in Newton Ground, and she went to Sander Point High School.
Okay.
She should be our first female hero. That lady right there. And you follow American football, right?
Yes.
You remember Walter Payton?
Yes, I do.
He graduated from the same school she graduated and teaching at right now. Jackson State in Mississippi, United States. And he won the greatest running back ever playing the NFL. And can I make another comment, Mr. Nias?
Yeah, go ahead.
And I'm not criticizing you, but all you and the callers that badmouth Chris Gale, he did a good job in the semifinal. He sharp. He and the opening batsman.
Okay.
I think he made 48 runs. That was his last hurrah. So we should give him another chance on the world stage. He could be a coach, not a player.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Nias.
Yeah.
Have a good weekend and happy Independence Day.
Okay, same to you. Thank you. That's certainly your opinion.
Yeah, good day, Mr. Nias.
Yes, good day.
Well, first, I want to congratulate the government and tourism for the first ship coming in and docking at Port Vente.
Okay.
It was a trial run, and I think it was successful the way how they handled it.
Okay, good news.
So I'm looking forward on the blessing of the Lord Almighty and the Prime Minister and the Cabinet and tourism and them, that everything will go successful for them on the next return of the ship into Port Zante. Then I want to congratulate the Prime Minister for the Happy Heroes Day and also the CPL by putting St. Kitts' name a little bit higher on the map. You know, so I think those were successful for us over this coming of our 38th independence. So we are back in good so long. So all I want to do is just congratulate the government and the people at St. Kitts. Don't worry, better things there to come. God bless you.
All right. Thank you for that. Back to the phones on this patriotic weekend. Good morning.
Hi, Mr. Niles. Good morning.
Good morning.
They come on the cricket. You know, everybody's congratulating the team. Yes, of course, yes, we must congratulate the team that because they are the ones who went out there and they did what they did. But I think a lot of praise. We need to shower a lot of praises on the ground staff. Man, I tell you, the pitches, they were well balanced from day one to Wednesday. Everybody got something out of it.
I agree.
The batsmen and the bowlers got something out of the pitch. So I just want to take this opportunity. I don't know who is the head of the ground staff. I don't know them by name. You understand, but they know who they are. I just want to extend, sincere congratulations to them. I think they did a wonderful job. Wonderful job, man. Everybody got something out of it. Batsmen, bowlers, fielders, everybody got something out of the pitch. So let us not forget, because if they didn't prepare the pitches them properly, we could have been getting some very, and those low scores that we had, is the teams them who perform very badly. You understand?
Yeah.
But there was something for everybody. And I must say congratulations to the ground staff. Thank you so much.
I share those sentiments. Good job all the way around. Good morning. Welcome to Frank and Candid on this patriotic weekend.
Good morning, Mr. Niles. How are you doing?
Good morning. I am doing well.
Thank God. I like to recommend, thanks the Prime Minister and his committee with the people that he nominated and yesterday,
yeah.
He was there. It was people who were nominated. They deserve it. And I think that next time he'll be better still. But because of the COVID. But anyhow, thank God that everything went well. And that a little blessing come down, just like when the flag were raising for independence.
Yes, that's true.
Yes, because we're there when the flag raised.
I remember that, yeah.
I remember that good. I walked the park. So we have to say thanks to the Prime Minister and the good work he's doing with his team.
Yeah.
And you have a pleasant independence when it comes to you and your family.
All right, thank you, and to you too.
Right, you care, sir.
Yes. It was a good ceremony yesterday. Short and sweet too. Back to the phones. Okay, no call it in. Well, a lot said there. Yeah. I started out by saying, how pleased I was at the ceremony yesterday. Job well done. A little shorter than usual because of the times we're in. And yeah, we did have some showers. Some people refer to them as blessings. You're free to do that. That's what you think. I was getting, I just try not to get wet. But it was a good ceremony. I agree with that. And caller mentioned the ground staff at the park. Excellent job too. We had 3 wickets that we were rotating, and all in all, they did a good job in maintaining those over what is it, some 33 matches or something. So kudos to them as well for that, along with the team, of course. And generally, the cricket was good cricket all through the seasons. Whether the Patriots won or lost, cricket, I would say the cricket was good. There were some disappointments. One caller mentioned Chris Gayle. I tried to stay away from that name because people don't like what I say about that name, so I leave it to you, and I leave it to his performance. What we say, performance matters. So I leave that alone. I ain't even touching Chris Gayle again. I will take a break, and I will come back on the other side.
Summer is ending, but the deals are just beginning with the Court's end of summer sale. Get up to 50% off your favorite items, to include patio furnishings, pools, coolers, TVs, mattresses, and more. Plus, shop today with a ready finance and pay nothing for 60 days. Take advantage of these sizzling summer deals for a limited time only. Shop in store and online at shopcourts.com. Conditions apply. Courts, bringing value home.
All right, welcome back to Frank and Candid on this most patriotic weekend here in St. Kitts and Nevis. And we've been having a good week here in St. Kitts and Nevis. I mean, it's good all the time, but I mean, it's especially good and patriotic this weekend, and we're looking forward to continuing in that spirit this weekend, continuing to be heroes that we can be, continuing to love your nation and ask what you can do for the nation as opposed to what they can do for you. And so we're looking forward to a weekend of more celebrations. In Nevis, they are looking forward to two stiff competitions, one tonight, one tomorrow. Soca tonight and the senior Calypso finals tomorrow night. And I think that it will be a good night for the gospel. That's my take. Let's go back to the phones. Good morning, welcome.
Hi, good morning.
Good
morning. Can I speak?
Yes, go ahead, you're live.
You know, you're just saying all is well that ends well.
Uh-huh.
I'm speaking pertaining to the victory of the St. Kitts Patriots and the collision between Cottrell and the bowler.
Okay.
You know, I think that was a clear case of obstruction, eh?
Yeah.
And in fact, the opposing captain should not have taken off the bails, eh? If the two batsmen had collided, that would have been different.
Right, yeah.
But you collided on the player who bowled the ball and stood in the middle of the wicket.
Right.
And there's where the umpires made a very serious mistake, eh? The moment he stood in the middle of the wicket, they should have asked him to move.
Caller, before you go, there was an argument to that, though, that and somebody tried to use the basketball analogy where if you're at a standstill and he run into you, there's a difference than if he was moving about and obstructing you. What's your take?
No, but remember, there's a different situation, eh?
Uh-huh.
The bowler is standing in the middle of the wicket. So
okay.
Bowl the ball and move out of the way.
I got you.
Had he moved out of the way and the guy run over and put upon him, that would have been a different situation.
Right, but he should not be in the middle of the wicket, you're saying?
No, and furthermore, it was not the first one, eh?
Okay, true.
They had already taken one run, gone on, coming back, and by then, he should have moved out of the way.
You know what? Excellent point. I never even
and the fault is with the umpire, because the umpire should have asked him to move his tail out of the wicket.
Yeah.
Of the strip. But like they say, all is well that ends well. But you see, It's a similar situation when New Zealand lost the World Cup against England, you know. The umpires then called the one before the batsman had crossed, and it turned out to be the benefit of England. But anyway, all is well that ends well.
All is well that ends well.
And another interesting note before you run off.
Yes.
I find rather amusing, you know. I haven't seen anybody protesting 5G or pulling down the towers recently. You remember that was the saying when the COVID-19 came up first?
Yes, I remember that, yeah.
I bet you don't know why they stop it. I'll tell you a secret. They now find that they can use the 5G system to spread their propaganda, so they don't want to put on the towers anymore. You know? Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you. Interesting. Let's go back to the phones. Good morning. Welcome to Frank and Candid.
Hello, Mr. Nias. I'm calling you back from New York.
Yes, go ahead.
I have a question to ask you. Can an ex-prime minister be governor general?
I see why not.
Okay, I saw Dr. Simmons yesterday at the ceremony, and he's still looking good.
Yeah, he does.
I think they should give him a last hurrah. I thank the Prime Minister for being very kind to him, as bad as Douglas treated him. Douglas treated him real bad. Didn't want to give him his pension and all that, and CARICOM had to fight for him.
All right.
But that man is the first Prime Minister we ever had. Everybody got their faults and make the mistake. And Dr. Simmons is very dear to me. And Dumpling, I think he's some kind of family to me, Dumpling and Jam Down. And I'll never forget that he helped my mother to get her house up Market Street. And he still looked good. And it's kudos to him. He's our living legend, and he did a good job staying sacred. And remember, it wasn't Douglas that built Port Zante. It's Dr. Simmons built Port Zante first. Douglas added on to it, but it was Dr. Simmons that initiated Port Zante. So they should call his name too. Okay, Mr. Nice, I'm done for the weekend. I'll call to you Monday.
Okay, not Monday, Tuesday. All right, the caller looking for Port Kennedy, I think. Okay, back to the phones. Good morning, welcome. Yes.
Forget to talk about yesterday. I was watching it on my TV, and it was very nice and orderly. Oh my! And the Prime Minister had a wonderful speech. He don't care who wants him. That's the Prime Minister Harris again. You.
Okay. All right. But just to get back to the cricket part of this, the caller made an interesting one, because there was a discussion that I was involved in when that happened, and there was the argument that about whether or not the bowler was at a standstill, and therefore it is the batsman that run into him, and so therefore the batsman at fault, and we went back and forth about that. But the caller made an interesting point there, which was not even considered, that the bowler really should be out of the pitch after he bowled that ball, and never even considered that this was the second one. So how are you in the middle of the pitch still at the second one? So it's a different take on it and something to consider. Let's go back to the phones. Good morning. Welcome to Frank and Candid.
Mr. Nias, me again.
Yes.
I maybe because I would like to make my call short, but I want to also congratulate the young lady from Newton Ground, who was the feature speaker on the Prime Minister's lecture address. She was powerful.
Yeah. Okay.
And what amazed me about her, she is very humble. Because when Miss Buddy Thompson was reading out the profile, I was wondering if she's not going to finish. But when the lady came on, she didn't really glory into it. And as I said, I know her because I actually went to school with her. My wife is originally from Newton Ground, so we all know, and she went to Sunny Point High School also. But I must say, I was very impressed, and she was more catering to the young person, saying if she can get there, they can do it also. And then somebody calling the concern in the pitch, and the person made a valid point. The groundsmen, they did a magnificent job. It wasn't a one-sided, normally, And to see we had 33 matches and basically in the same venue. Kudos have to go to them.
Yes.
Big time. They did a magnificent job. And Warner Park was just looking spectacular. And they just have to give credit to where credit is due. And they did work hard and everything went down well. In relation to that same incident, I at first, I was saying, well, it was the batsman's fault, but when Mr. Warner called in just a while ago, and he's correct, it basically was obstruction, because it was the second one they were attempting. It was not the first one. I was looking, maybe because I was into the match so much, I didn't realize it was the second one they were attempting. So by that time, the bowler should have basically moved away, so the batsman can attempt to make the run properly. And then the umpire just made the decision in quick time. So, but anyhow, as you say, how would this saying go? All what?
All is well that ends well.
Okay, thank you very much. And as I said, happy independence to everybody.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, you know, when you get caught up in the moment, you didn't even think of that, you know, but that was a good point he made there. We're going back to the phones. Good morning. Welcome to Frank and Candid.
Hi, good morning, Mr. Nair.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I am well.
I listen to everybody, but they don't normally calls in.
Okay.
I had to call in because concerning the guy that told you a while ago about the boulder on the pitch, the same thing I said to my husband, but I said, Wilma, you're stupid because he's a woman, maybe you don't know cricket.
No.
But when I saw it, I said to my husband, but what are he doing there? You know, he had no call. Here's the batsman running back, and here's the bowler right in the middle of the pitch. You know, so when I heard it just now, I said to my husband, you saw what I told you? You hear what I told you the other day? You know, and it makes me laugh, you know. At least women are in tune with the cricket also. You know, so, but that's what I was thinking the same time when I saw it happen on Wednesday or whenever it took place, but, you know, I said, let me call and put in my 2 pence. You continue to have a good day and enjoy your Independence weekend.
Thank you. Good for you, good for you. And we had that discussion. I mean, while I was looking at the game, you know, somebody pointed out that some of these women, they have some real good insights on the game. You know, you think they're not watching and they don't have any insight, but that was interesting. That was good. Back to the phone. Good morning. Welcome to Frank and Candid.
Good morning, Mr. Nair.
Good morning.
I just want to encourage the people of the Federation of St. Christopher Navy to give God praise and thanks for His goodness and His loving and kind and tender mercies, and that He is the one who saw us through 38 years of independence. And so He ought to receive all the praise and all the honor and all the glory. And I want to encourage us further to pray and have faith in God. And God still answers prayer. May God bless the people of the Federation of St. Christopher and Nevis. Thank you.
All right, thank you. National Church Service on Sunday, the 19th. If it's in Nevis. All right, you got a caller?
Morning, Mr. Nair.
Yes, good morning.
As a local cricketer, this is Vince Mangro and umpire locally. I did some under 19 and stuff for the Leeward Islands and stuff. And the bowler have a right. So everybody complaining, I was in the park as well. And the bowler have a right. So when he deliver a ball, to look for where the ball go, he can stop right there. So when I saw it, I thought he did move, but he did not, because that was the second one they were coming back for. So he did not move, so he had that right. The bowler have that right to look for the ball, where the ball coming from, whoever feeling it, to throw it back in.
So you're saying the bowler can stay in the pitch?
Yes. The bowler can he can stand right where when he finished delivering the ball, when the batsman hits, he can stay right wherever he stops.
And
finish he one up.
And that is by cricket rule?
Yes.
That is by the
officially.
rule. So why is it they were okay on the first one, but so didn't he move?
No, he did not. So that is why I'm calling to correct it. So he did not move when they come back for the second one. So he did not infringe him at the same time. Because when the first one happened, he stand up right there. He looked for the ball where the ball went. Looked to see when the fielder going to throw it back in. and he remained there for the second one as well. So it was the batsman's fault to get caught up in it.
All right. Well, okay. We will have to see how we could get a replay of that at some point and a look at the rules. All right. Thank you for that.
All right, Mr. Niles.
All right. Let's go back to the phones. Good morning. Welcome to Frank and Candid.
Yes, Mr. Niles. Thank you.
Sure.
That umpire will just start there. He's so right because I just talk about the same thing. I just play cricket for St. Kitts also, and the bowler have all rights because the bowler making his way back to the stump too in case they want to check the ball at that end. Right, so the umpire talk everything and he's very right. He have the right. So where he stand up,
making his way back to the stumps is one thing, you know.
Remember, the batsman passed him there and went to a crease. He brushed him when he went, you know. So he know he there. Remember the ball on the move yet, you know. So he know turning supposed to go around the batsman. I mean the bowler, sorry. The batsman supposed to go around the bowler to clear place. So it's his fault. So that's the rule of the cricket.
That's a strange rule. I don't understand.
But that's the rule of the cricket.
I don't understand why there will be a rule that the cricket pitch is not available for me to run. I mean, and somebody could obstruct that by just standing there.
No, the batsman cannot run on the wicket straight through.
Right.
Because he'll get disqualified. But the bowler, he don't bowl, he making his way back to collect the ball, to stump him, to run him out. Catwell passed him. He's still standing. Catwell brush him off and turn back straight into him. So it's Catwell's fault.
All right. Okay.
It's Catwell's fault. But as you say, we win the game. God not sleep, you know.
All
as
is
the
well
sportsman, he should have really shift. But he have the rights to stay there.
Okay. All right. All is well that ends well, let's say. And that's how it's going to end today for Frank and Candid this week. Go out and have a great weekend. Stay safe. Observe the protocols. And we will be back here on Tuesday. Sunday is Independence. Monday we observe the holiday. Church on Sunday in Nevis, National Church Service. We'll see you on Tuesday. Enjoy.
All right, just about 2 minutes on the upside of 12 o'clock. Coming up at the top of the hour, we have the ZIZ Midday News. Well, just before that, we're going to give a hurricane tip sponsored by Nagico Insurance.
We are in the peak of the hurricane season and amid a pandemic. Nagico Insurances reminds you to remain vigilant and stay prepared.